Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to do a Throwback Thursday that was requested by this viewer right here. Ask us to check out Holographic Universe from Symmetry, a band that we've done a few times on the channel, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think every time we've done them on the channel has been on a Throwback Thursday. I'm almost like 99% sure that it's been a Throwback Thursday every single time we've done a Symmetry video. You don't think so?
No.
Well,
because we did one in Portugal. I don't think
did we?
Yeah, we did.
But I think that was a Throwback Thursday.
Not this year. Last year.
All right.
I don't think it was.
Okay, so maybe one of them it wasn't, but I'm almost sure, if not everyone, almost everyone has been on a Throwback Thursday. But anyways, Symmetry, Holographic Universe, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. That's going to be the fastest 9 minutes I've ever seen. It
Yeah.
went by so quickly. All right. I think there's a lot of things to digest about this song. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Like, I mean, we got vocals. We got incredible drums on this track.
Oh,
The two guitar solos were just, like, crazy good. Like
very over the top.
very good. The keyboard melody that the song has, as I'm listening to this song, I'm like, if the guy directing Star Trek was into metal, this would be like the soundtrack to just, because it had a little bit of that space vibe to it.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of the space vibe to it, just obviously like more metal. But if the guy directing Star Trek was into metal, maybe this would be his song to go with for the soundtrack of Star Trek. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, which one do you want to tackle first? You want to tackle the guitars, the vocals, the drums? I mean, I feel like this song is not a 5-course meal. This is like a 7-course meal.
Yeah.
They just added a few extra courses to the meal. I like so
like
much
a
to
buffet.
digest. Exactly, and you went for like 4 times to fill up your plate. There's just so much to digest. All right, let's start with the drums, because the song kind of starts off with the drums coming in and out really heavy.
Yeah.
So what was your take on I really like the drums throughout the track.
Throughout the track, the drums were exactly what they needed to be. Very, very, very heavy and very, very fast.
I agree, because I felt the song had melody coming out of other components. The guitars had melody coming in at times, not just heaviness, but a lot of melody.
Sometimes the song would be very, very heavy because it would have the vocals being very heavy and
the drums.
And the drums. So the melody of the guitar wouldn't be like... we usually compare like songs being, if they're too light, it's like a feather. If they're too...
This was evenly balanced.
It was kind of evenly balanced. But it still was really good.
And it's still... How can I put it this way?
Because it wasn't fully balanced.
And it was almost balanced throughout the whole song, but some points was unbalanced.
Some points it was way more heavier than melody, but those points it was absolutely killer.
I felt that when the drums started off the track, the drums were so heavy they kind of put on the tone of what the rest of the track is going to be like. I really like the heaviness that we got from the drums on this track overall. I felt that they almost allowed the song to move forward a lot better. They gave momentum to the track, and they were so heavy. And when the vocals came in, the harsh vocals would come in, and the drums were that heavy, the combination of the two factors just brought weight into the song.
And then those parts, the whole song is balanced because there's parts that are very, very heavy.
Almost death metal heavy.
Yeah. And then there's like the parts where the clean vocals come in, and it's
then
very,
the keyboard,
very melodic.
And then the keyboards come in kind of at the same time. And the guitars become a little bit more melodic at that time, almost proggy. There's some portions of the song that the guitar melody is almost progressive. It feels like
it's only when the
clean vocals are predominant. But I like that dynamic. It allowed the song to be 9 minutes long and not feel like it was 9 minutes long. It was not,
Yeah.
It just kind of weaved itself in and out of heaviness with melody and clean vocals. I like that.
It wasn't just one kind of melody. It kind of brought you in different places.
And it took different approaches.
Yeah.
Exactly. It used different elements and it went through different approaches. It didn't have like a linear path where you kind of know, okay, after this solo now, I'm going to expect this. And then after this, I'm going to expect that. The song was not like that at all. You couldn't really tell exactly where they were going to go next because they were going in so many different directions that you just didn't have a clear path in terms of where this song is going to take me. I really like that.
This is one of those songs that doesn't have a red line, but it's still like a banging song.
I think it has a red line. It just gets pulled up and pulled down in different directions, but the line is still there.
I mean, it's not a red line anymore. It's more like a red graph.
Yeah, it's almost like a heartbeat, like like the monitor of your heart
It's
palpitations.
Like the red.
Like a sine wave.
Yeah.
A sine wave. Okay, so before we go, we have to touch on 2 more things, which is the vocals and the solos. We can't close off this video without talking about those 2 things.
Those are like the 2 most important things.
To me, besides the drums,
the drums is the most important thing.
The drums was like the plate.
Yeah.
And then the vocals and the solo was the food that came on set plate. You know what I mean? Like the drums had an important role because they brought you everything else to you.
Yeah.
But you have to talk about the things that were brought to you. And the keyboard melodies, I really like the keyboard melodies. Honestly, I felt like it was just it wasn't over the top, wasn't too much of it. It was not to the point where the keyboards play a main role in the song. But I just really like it. Kind of gave a futuristic like the space
in certain portions,
and always with the perfect amounts, not too much. But okay, let's quickly talk about the guitars and the vocals. The 2 solos, I like both, but I preferred the second solo. Do you agree?
Because the second solo is very, very over the top.
Very over the top. But then at the end of the solo, it brought back the melody that the song had throughout. It went over the top. It went all over the place.
And
but as it's getting towards the end,
it was swerving, and then it kind of
started to narrow
after.
Exactly, yeah. and it brought into the forefront the melody that the song had almost all the way throughout. I like the first one as well. I just think the second one to me
kind of blended into the song
yeah, because it came in. It came in almost aggressive. It went all over the place. Was very flourished, and then it just finished off in a very like linear kind of path. I felt towards the song. The difference, the change between the harsh and clean vocals was a very interesting dynamic as well, because the harsh vocals came in when the song was at its heaviest points, and then the clean vocals come in when the song is at its more melodic points.
Yeah.
There's never a counterbalance. It's not like you get the clean vocals when the song is at its heaviest and the harsh vocals when the song is at its lightest. They both come in at the right time in terms of the momentum of the song.
Because even though the parts that are very, very heavy, that you can still hear a little bit of the keyboard.
And even the guitar, there's a
the guitar melody.
Yeah.
So that's kind of balancing it out. And then the very, very light parts with the clean vocals have still the very heavy drums.
It still has a little bit of a heavy drum.
Yeah.
I really like the balance between the two. It's not easy in a song like this to balance the clean and the harsh vocals together. It's very easy for you to kind of lose track of which part you should go with which style. They did a very good job balancing it and making the song feel as one, even though it pulls in so many different directions. All right, guys, this is it for today for this Throwback Thursday. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.